Good morning, students. Welcome to our English class. How are you all? Good. So, dears, in the last class, we learned half of a story, right? What was the title of the story? Yes, you are right. The Magic Gifts, right? And the main character of the story was Chin. He had two elder brothers. Both the brothers were too greedy. And after their father's death, they decided to divide his wealth. Both the brothers took a huge share from his father's wealth. Chin had left with a tiny bag of silver coins. He used all his money to help the poor in the village. After some days, both the brothers had met Chin. Now he was the poorest man in the village. He had nothing with him. Okay, so both the brothers got too much angry and they told him to be away from the village. So till that we have learned in the last class, right? Now let's see what happened next.
Chin did not want to upset his brothers, so he left the village. He walked for miles and miles. At last he came to a wide stream. He removed his shoes. He hung his tired feet in the cool water. When he was sitting with his feet in water, he heard a voice. Chin jumped and looked. He saw a saint standing behind him. The saint said that, "I am going to my temple, but I cannot cross this river." Chin was tired, but he was ready to help the monk. Chin said, "I have no problem. Just jump on my back." The old monk held on tightly, and Chin carefully, slowly crossed the river. The monk was carrying a bundle of sticks, and both monk and his bundle of sticks were on his back. They seemed to be lighter, but they were heavier than they looked. When Chin reached the other side of the river, the monk asked him, "Could you carry me to my temple?" Chin was breathing heavily, but still he said, "No problem, I will take you." After walking for a long distance, they reached a lonely temple. Chin decided to stay and help the old monk because after reaching the temple, he felt that it is very hard to live in a lonely, deserted temple. He felt sorry for the old monk and decided to stay. Chin helped the monk by sweeping the floors, mending the monk's clothes when they become worn, and copied out the monk's books in big letters so he could read them more easily. One day the monk noticed Chin looking sad. "What's the matter?" he asked. "I miss my brothers and villagers," said Chin. The monk allowed Chin to return his village, and also he gave an old straw mat, a wooden spoon, and a pair of chopsticks to Chin. With a wave goodbye, Chin set off. By the time he reached the forest, it was late evening. Feeling tired, he rolled out the straw mat and lay down. "I wish I had a nice comfy bed to sleep in," he murmured as he drifted off to sleep. When he woke up, he got the shock of his life. He was no longer in the forest. Instead, he found himself lying on a huge, luxurious bed in a wonderful palace bursting with treasures. "My wish came true," thought Chin. "Maybe the monk's mat was magic. I wonder if the other things were too." He tucked the spoon from his pocket. "I wish I had something to eat," he declared. In an instant, a stream of delicious, juicy fruits flew from the spoon. Chin feasted on the fruits in delight. It was the finest meal he had ever eaten. A few days later, Chin's brothers were passing the forest when they saw a fantastic palace in the distance. I have never noticed that before, said Ying. It must belong to people even richer than us, said Yong. We should introduce ourselves. Who knows where it might lead? Yong and Ying couldn't believe their eyes when they met the owner of the palace. Chin! They cried. How did you become so rich? Chin told them about the monk and the magic gifts. Maybe if we were poor, the monk would give us magic gifts too, whispered Yong to Ying. The brothers rushed home and gave away all their money, jewels, and all their fine clothes. Then they ran through the forest, across the river, and up the mountain to the monk's house. But the old man wasn't there. They waited all day, but the old man never appeared. Let's stay a little longer, said Ying. They waited and waited. The days turned into a week, the week turned into a month, and the months turned into a year. But the monk never returned. Finally, the brothers gave up. They trudged back to the village, tired and penniless. Chin saw and welcomed them with open arms. I forgive you both, Chin said with a smile. At last, the three brothers lived happily together just as their father had wanted.
So, children, do you know one thing? A happy family is the most precious gift of all. So, the moral of the story is don't be greedy. Be kind and help others. Okay, children, now let's move on to the synonyms of this lesson. The first word is waded. The meaning of this word is walked with an effort. Walked with an effort. Second word, rushing. Rushing means moving with great speed. Moving with great speed. Third word, puffed. Puffed means breathe quickly and loudly. Breathe quickly and loudly. Fourth word, mending. Mending means repairing. Next, tapping. Tapping means hitting something quickly. Hitting something quickly. Nosy. Nosy means curious. Trudged means walked slowly with heavy steps. So these are the synonyms in this lesson. Okay, now let's move on to the exercise. All of you take page number 11. Page number 11. Okay, here we have some exercise. Let me read this. Answer orally. Among the three brothers, who was the greediest? Who was the greediest? Of course, that was Yong, right? He was the greediest among the three brothers. And who was the most kind-hearted? Yes, Tin was the most kind-hearted person among the three brothers. Now, exercise B. Tick the correct answer in each. First question. How was Chang's fortune shared by his sons? Three options are there. Option A, equally. Option B, fairly. Option C, neither fairly nor equally. Which is the correct answer? Yes, option C, neither fairly nor equally, right? And the second question, Chin met an dash near the stream. Options are old monk, old lady, honest all. Chin met an old monk. Option A is the correct answer. Third one. How many gifts did the monk give for Chin? 2, 3, 4. How many gifts? Yes, it is 3. Option B, 3. Now all of you turn page number 12. What came pouring out of the magical spoon? Silver coins, different types of fruits, vegetables. What is the correct answer? Different types of fruits. Option B is the right answer. Fifth one. Chin tapped the dash together and 4 maids appeared. The answer is chopstick. Option A, chopsticks. Sixth one. Yin and Yang were dash. Kind, selfish, good. They were, of course, they were selfish. Option B is the correct answer. Now, did Chang's wish come true at the end of the story? Yes. His sons Ying, Yong and Chin lived happily together. Option A is the correct answer. Now exercise C. Fill in the blanks. Chang called his dash to his bedside. Chang called his sons. Right there, sons. Okay. Dash got the largest share of the fortune. Who got the largest share of fortune? Yong. Okay. Third one. Chin was left with a tiny bag of dash. A tiny bag of silver coins. Fourth one. Chin carried the monk on his back and crossed the dash. Crossed the stream. Okay, right there, stream. The monk and Chin arrived at a dash. Where they arrived? They arrived at a deserted temple. Okay, deserted temple. Sixth one. Chin poked his head out of the window to find himself in the tower of a dash. The tower of a answer is castle. Okay. So children, that was all about exercise and I hope you all enjoyed the lesson well and understood the lesson well. So children, for today's work, you have to read lesson 1, the magic gifts 3 times and get your parents' sign. Okay children? So that's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Till then, bye.